my mind and ways.
Welcome. Hi. I thought I'd jump on and do a reading, and been very busy with calls coming in, and just wanted to let you all know that I have rented or leased a community house for a year. It's huge. It's got a pool and pool table and foosball and ping pong and 5 huge bedrooms and ensuite bathrooms. It has a bunk room, and starting on January 10th, it will be open for week-long or month-long stays. This house will be for the support of forgiveness and awakening, and it will be linking in with many, many tools to help the mind stabilize and relax and listen and hear and follow guidance, all kinds of exciting things. So when I do post this video today, I will put a link to the house and where I can be reached if you feel a spark to join us or visit us. Starting January 10th of 2023. It came in swiftly, really, really swiftly. So let's see if there are any messages that resonate for you today. I have pre-shuffled, and we're just so close to the holiday season. I mean, I just realized we were a few days away from Christmas. So Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It is going to be a brilliant new year. And it's actually chilly here in Chapala, Ajijic, Mexico today. Okay, so we have come to the edge. I'll take that one because a lot of us are being asked to take a leap of faith, you know. And this, I like this picture of taking a leap, or this could also be called the fool, clueless and cared for. If you can see in this picture, she's dancing. She's dancing off the edge of that little stoop that has nowhere for her to grow anymore. There's no place for her to spread her wings, so she has to jump. And it's kind of like a leap of faith that is like blind faith. But you know that you're being called. Most of the people who watch my videos have a deep call for God to awaken to the truth of who we are, which is consistent love and peace. So many of us are taking these leaps of faith so that we can go deeper into our mind where there is love only, and we want to experience that consistent state of peace. So I can see that it's a 36, which is a 9. So one more step and you're there. Let's see what the Spirit has to say about this. So healing is happening, which is what it's all for. Everything that we do in this world is for us to come to the realization that, of who we are in truth, to discover or remember who we are. This healing is taking place in the winter, and it is winter in Northern America and Mexico. This is about as winter as it gets, but it just signifies a hibernation, going inward to find the guidance. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door will be opened. The Spirit is saying, if you take a leap of faith and follow the steps that you are hearing, the new steps to get you out of your comfort zone and into a closer relationship with Jesus, that everything you want is going to come out of this. Now, there may seem like uncomfortable steps in the beginning, because that's how healing works. It doesn't have to feel uncomfortable, but it usually does. Some of us can just take these big leaps of faith with so much joy and excitement. And sometimes we do, but sometimes there's just some kind of conscious knowing that this is huge and your life will never be the same. And your life will never be the same. And it's all leading to, the inevitable joy of eternity, laughter, love, connection, divine relationships, divine connection and expansion in the mind, where people have been wanting to come together with a tribe of people of like minds, that where they can really come to the realization of their true selves. It's like, we don't want to just hang out on the timeline anymore. We don't want to just, have meaningless conversations. We want the depth. There's a collective mind. We're all one. We're unified, and we have the same desire for that love. And there is a collective awareness happening where people are waking up to goodness and faith and love. And the more that we allow ourselves to be a part of these loving encounters and take these steps into the unknown, the more that this love is attracted to us, because love seeks out itself. It's a very deep message here. The Spirit is saying that, well, you have imagination, and you have happiness, and you have acceptance. So, I mean, these are pretty simple. I love these cards. It's simple. Imagination, acceptance, and happiness is saying, I'm really hearing the message that in your time with God, you have allowed inspiration to come over your imagination, and the things and the visions and the ideas that came to you or are coming to you have brought so much happiness to you. And then the ego wants to come in and put doubt and fear on top of it, because it wants to make us think that there is a sacrifice to go towards heaven. So the ego starts to rage and roar. How can you do this? How can you possibly do this? But you can do this. Acceptance. Accept that you heard the voice for God. In your inspired imagination, you heard your next steps. And that happiness, that spark in your mind from your prayer and your devotion, is bringing you into an entire new world and bringing you into the power of healing, the power of love. Accept the journey that is given you. Accept the steps that are given you. Beautiful messages. Wow, Merry Christmas. This is a Christmas message of love, of healing, of hope. And I don't know where my deck of cards is. Let's see. Oh my God. I know I shuffled it. Now that's just crazy. Here it is. I put a card on top of it. The favorite deck, the Light Seers deck. Everywhere I go, people have bought this deck because its imagery is so amazing. Okay, I've already shuffled, but Spirit wanted me to go for one more. So let's see what we get. If it wants to come back, it will. I just need to put the energy into the cards. What are the messages, Spirit? Healing and a leap of faith, and accept the happiness that is coming to us. Thank you, Spirit. The Fool, right when I said thank you, Spirit, this card dropped out, and I had said this come to the edge card is the Fool card. It is, look, they're both leaping off precipices, and they can't see where they're going. They can't see the ground. It's like another dimension, and it is scary. It's not familiar. And the mind and the ego wants us to stay with what's familiar, not that we're happy with it, but because it's known, and that is more comfortable than the unknown. But the Spirit is saying you're ready to take a leap of faith. This is a zero. It's a new beginning, and it's the answer to all your prayers and the healing that is coming your way. Healing, to heal is to make happy. So there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. Spirit is saying you are so loved, and there's nothing to fear. Beautiful. Okay. So in your energy, we have the Devil and the Six of Swords. So beautiful cards to have together. So this is the temptation of the ego. So the Devil in the tarot represents codependence. toxic energy, unhealthy habits or relationships, or unhealthy way of thinking in the mind, or just downright, fear of the unknown, which is what we're talking about. And that's normal, fear of what is in this other dimension that you can't even see the ground. You have no idea what it's going to be like. And the devil energy says, don't do it. Stay where you're safe. At least you know what to expect. But this card is crossed with the Six of Swords, and it does say that you are leaving a stagnant situation or a unhealthy, negative, toxic mindset. You are going into smoother waters and away from this toxic, codependent energy that the devil card represents. The wrong mind. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just, it holds you down, makes you feel constrained, trapped, held back. So it's beautiful. That's your energy. You're moving away from that. And with that energy is the healing card. So that's the healing that's taking place. The spirit is saying that you've been held back by your mind or circumstance for too long, and that your prayers have been heard and answered. And you're getting all the support you need to head on over to the steps, to take the steps that you're hearing, and that support is available if you reach out. So with that, let's see. I just can't get over. It's like sorry, I can't get over these two come to the edge, leap of faith, full cards surrounding this Four of Cups. And you can see this woman in the middle of these two leaps of faith is bored with the cups that she has. And no matter how she tries to see the abundance, I mean, you can see she's in a lush green world where she's had a lot of, abundance and a lot of good times and a lot of full cups, but she no longer is meant to be there. This is the feeling. It's stagnation, it's lethargy. And there's a new cup being given to you by the spirit that is going to fill you up with so much joy and excitement, but you got to take the leap. That's what's being asked. And at this point, the spirit is saying that, it's fine if you don't take this window of opportunity. But at this point in the journey, and this is straight out of the Course, the only part that is painful now is to delay. And it does get increasingly. I mean, we have a high level of tolerance. Many of us can tolerate a lot of pain, but we all have a limit. So that's what the spirit is saying. So wonderful. Okay, so this is beautiful, you guys. So we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is recognizing a new beginning. It's a page, so it's young, it's it's new, it's fresh, and this page is seeking the higher knowledge, being lifted up by the light. That's a light bulb. So it's like ascending. And for me, this is my card that represents that there is now more of a pull to the right mind than the wrong mind. There is now more of at least 51% ability to hear the spirit over the ego. Even if it feels like the ego is roaring, there is an ability to actually hear the spirit now and to follow it. Even if even if you decide that you don't want to because it's too fearful or too scary to you at this time, there is an acknowledgement of the spirit's voice and a higher knowing in your mind. You have ascended to at some point, and this card is the victory card, the Chariot. It's fast forward movement. It's fast forward movement after challenges, victory. This is how the story ends, y'all. This is how it ends, folks. It's like you have been going, you have to take a leap of faith out of the mundane. It's not that it was bad, your life up to this moment. It's not that it was bad. It was lush and beautiful and green. It just no longer serves because your mind has ascended because of all the work and devotion and healing that has happened. You have prayed and your prayers have been answered. And so there's a new beginning in the form world. It's the Ace of Pentacles. It's a gift from God in material form. And it's the Four of Wands. It's going to feel like celebration, victory. It could mean marriage, but in this case, it represents all four corners of your world being stable and solid and victorious. Victorious, you have two victory cards. This is victory into a new dimension and away from the temptations of the ego and into healing. It's beautiful. Thank you. The Spirit is saying thank you for your trust and your devotion, because it's no small thing that's being asked of you, but it's everything you want. And it's all the joy that you've prayed for. Your prayers are being answered. Those are the messages that I have for you, and I will see you next time.
There's a whispering wind blowing my